Great.
Hello, Hamish here from mortgagesonline.co.nz. I'm here with Ron.
Hello.
I'm going to talk to you about top 5 things you should consider before investing in property.
Yes, and I'm quite excited about that today, actually. Because,
Really?
I'm hoping I will leave with something of value.
Like a nugget of something.
Yeah, something which is highly rare, but I will, hopefully.
Well, so sometimes you need to listen before you can take anything away. But let's just get into the first one.
Let's do this.
Number one thing.
Right.
You need to have a clear strategy, right? Not having a clear strategy is a mistake. Okay. And what I mean by that is, what are you looking at in the future, right? Because what you do now, whether you're thinking about maybe doing do up and sell, or maybe you're thinking of do up and hold, or maybe you're thinking of just buying new or low maintenance, already done up and hold, you need to think about these things early on.
Yeah, and I guess this is the beginning of it, right? Because you have to spend a little bit of time understanding of what do you want to do, whether it's to sell, to hold, or to do up, or whatever it is.
Because it has an impact on how much debt you can get later on as well. And debt, and that's fairly important. So we'll briefly cover these 5 things, but we'll go more in depth in some separate clips, right? Number two, buying in the wrong location. Now, I had a call from an investor the other day that mentioned that they could that they were looking at something like a 20% gross yield, or 15% gross yield. The only catch was that it was in between a couple of towns.
Okay.
So what I mentioned to them is that, look, you can get a high yield is great, right? But only if it's tenanted, So if you're like 3 to 6 months without a tenant, in between tenants, then sometimes it can be a problem.
Okay.
Location is something you need to consider. And again, it comes down to...
And generally, does high yield equate to high risk?
Yes, you're right. It does. Sometimes a high yield might mean that you're expecting less capital gain. So if you're buying, let's say, in a town with 60,000 people as opposed to a town like Auckland with 1.5 million people, then people would expect a different kind of gain and different kind of cash flow, right? Sometimes you can't have both. Sometimes you got to pick whether you're getting a gain or a cash flow property, and again, the location has an impact on that. Now let's get into number three. Buying the wrong type of property. So again, similar to 2, but if you, for example, if your whole goal is to get good gains, you might not be buying an apartment compared to a subdividable house, an older property, for example, the potential for a gain might be very different between those 2 properties. So the type of property is important. Again, if you don't want the hassle of having to deal with maintenance and things, you might be looking for something newer. Maybe the material, maybe brick as opposed to plaster. So the right type of property is important. Number 4, not understanding inflation and debt.
And that can be a big one.
This is a big one because just briefly, I guess the key thing here is that time plus inflation, right, plus debt is like the magic formula for investing, I reckon. If you can understand this, if you can understand the relationship between inflation and debt, that will also help you understand whether your strategy is to get short-term debt, whether you're looking to pay things off quickly, or whether you want to keep debt for a longer term, right?
Okay.
Number 5,
the last one,
overpaying for professional advice. Right. And I'm not talking about lawyers.
It's a touchy one.
Some great lawyers out there that do charge a bit more than some others. But I'm talking about property seminars and property consultants and things where sometimes, it seems like it's free, but there's a premium on the property you're buying through the seminar or through the crowd. Okay. And that premium could be, I've seen premiums something like 15, 20 grand. So obviously some of the information you learn is good information, but there are cheaper ways to get that information, you know,
Okay.
at times.
And also, what I find on all of these 5 points, they don't work in a silo. So
Yep.
what I mean by that, and I think you would know as well, Hamish, is you have to look at it as a whole. And each one of it is in some way or the other reliant on the other to create a robust strategy, so to speak, right?
Yep. You're right. So the all 5 of these are very important. If you can get this stuff right, then you're basically on a really good start. You know, on a really good start. So, look, thank you for watching. I hope that has been insightful for you, Ron,
It has been. It has been.
and for the viewers. Thank
Of
you for
course,
watching.
the main people.
Um,
And I think it'll be good to get a little bit more in-depth knowledge on each one of them as well, which you're going to do.
So we'll do a series of clips
Yeah.
and put them around this one. We'll get them out to you, or yeah,
Sounds good.
depending on what platform you're watching this on. I mean, I can't explain every single thing here, Ron.
No.
This is about just something simple like property investing.
Yeah, well, they can always just call you and get that one-on-one.
Feel free to call, and I'll
Yeah.
give you more clips about property investment, right?
Yeah. Don't call him, just send him an email.
Or email's even better.
Yeah.
But if you want to have a chat, you can call me.
Yeah.
My number is... I never put my number on these things, do I, Ron?
No.
Well, my number, I might as well write it down here just so everybody knows, okay? I think most people will know how to find it. 021 625 693 is my direct line.
That's good, because I have a lot of people coming asking me how to get in touch with you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I love the video, but yeah, I want to talk to him.
You can always hit the microphone button beside the Google search bar
Yeah.
on your phone and just say Hamish Mortgage Broker,
Okay.
Auckland or New Zealand, and
Yeah.
chances are I'll show up.
Okay. That's good to know.
Very, very strong chances. Anyway, so thanks anyway. I've probably gone a bit over time.
Yeah, we have. Hopefully people are there to see your number.
No one's watching this last bit.
No,
I don't
don't think
but
so.
if you are,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right. So if you are, it's important. You know.
This bit isn't. These bits aren't important anymore.
No. So the people that have gone up to this stage,
Yeah.
they're the qualified leads.
You reckon?
I think so.
So that's why I put the number on. This is brilliant. This is a new strategy for more videos. Put the
Yeah.
number on right at the end.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.